Number 1, 1972 Ford Mustang Deluxe Convertible 2D, priced at $22,000. Now this is open-top muscle with serious attitude. Finished in bright orange over a black interior, this 72 Mustang convertible absolutely refuses to blend in. The color combo alone guarantees attention, and with the top down, it's pure classic American summer vibes. Under the hood sits a 351 modified engine paired with a new manual transmission. It's also equipped with a new ignition system and a Holley 4-barrel carb, so throttle response should feel sharp and lively. The seller says it sounds amazing, and with that V8 rumble and a manual gearbox, you're getting a much more engaging driving experience than your average cruiser. The body is described as rust-free with new paint, and it even features a roll cage for added rigidity and a bit of aggressive flair. With only 18,000 miles showing, it presents as a clean, well-kept example. You also get two wheel options. The original chrome wheels are aftermarket 19-inch black rims, both with good new tires. From a restoration standpoint, this one doesn't need much. It's already refreshed and modified for fun. You could dial it back toward a more factory look, or just enjoy it exactly as it sits. At $22,000, you're getting a head-turning convertible V8 Mustang that's ready to drop the top and hit the road. Alright, let's move on and see what other classic ride is coming up next. Number 2, 1957 Chevrolet 210, priced at $30,000. Now this right here is one of the most iconic American classics ever built. The 57 Chevy 210 carries that unmistakable chrome-heavy front end, sweeping side trim, and clean, timeless body lines that defined the golden era of Detroit. Finished in blue over a black interior, this one has that perfect balance between classic style and tasteful performance upgrades. Under the hood sits a 350 small block Chevy paired with a 5-speed manual transmission. That's a huge plus. You get reliable, modern-feeling power with the engagement of rowing your own gears, making this car far more fun than a stock setup. The seller describes it as an excellent driver. And that's really what this car is about. With 32,000 miles showing, it runs and drives well, and the interior, trunk, floor pans, and frame rails are all said to be very solid. It's not a trailer queen. There are a couple of paint drips and 2 small cracked areas, but that puts it squarely in driver quality territory. You can actually enjoy it without stressing over every tiny imperfection. On the road, expect smooth cruising with plenty of small block punch when you lean into the throttle. It's a car that turns heads at every gas station. From a restoration standpoint, you could respray it to chase show car status, or simply preserve it as a clean, turnkey cruiser. At $30,000, you're buying into one of the most recognizable classics in automotive history, ready to drive and enjoy today. Alright, let's move on and see what other vintage icon we've got next. Number 3, 1971 Dodge Dart Swinger 340, priced at $21,900.
71 Dart. Engine compartment all real nice and clean. Brand new vintage air. Hooked up for both heat and air conditioning. This hood does have pins. Pretty sure it's off of a Dart Demon. Holes are cut in the hood, but they do not connect to any under the hood air cleaner and such. Green interior. Headliner is unhooked here, but I have a new one in the trunk. Has a digital dash. Trunk is good. LED lights for the bulbs, headlights, and tail lights.
Now this is compact Mopar muscle done right. The 71 Dart Swinger has that clean, no-nonsense body style, and finished in green over green, it carries serious vintage attitude. It's not trying to be flashy, it's just bold, raw, and unmistakably early 70s, under the hood is where things get serious. This one features a performance-built 340 with Edelbrock RPM aluminum heads, comp cam, PRW rockers, Morel lifters, Speed Pro pistons, heavy-duty oil pump, headers, the works. It's built to run strong. Backed by an automatic transmission with receipts for a previous rebuild, this setup is more about street performance than originality. It also gets modern touches like vintage air heat and AC, and Intellitronics digital dash, and LED lighting. So while it looks old school, it has a bit of modern comfort mixed in. With 123,456 miles on the chassis, it's described as a solid driver. The underside is solid, though the paint has some bubbles and marks. The headliner has dropped, but a new green replacement is included. On the road, expect strong throttle response, that classic 340 growl, and plenty of head turns. It's more of a driver's muscle car than a showpiece. From a restoration standpoint, you could clean up the cosmetics and bring it closer to factory style, especially with included trim and radio bezel, or just keep enjoying it as a powerful street machine. At $21,900, you're getting real small block Mopar performance with upgrades that matter. Alright, let's move on and see what other classic muscle is waiting next. Number 4. 1968 Ford Mustang Coupe 5.0 LHO Swap 5-speed, priced at $25,000. Now this is what happens when classic late-60s style meets modern Ford muscle. The 68 Mustang Coupe already has timeless lines, long hood, short deck, clean side profile, but this one takes it a step further with a 5.0 LHO swap and a brand new 5-speed manual transmission. Finished in orange over orange, it definitely stands out. It's a clean southern car that starts right up and cruises comfortably at highway speeds. Power steering, power brakes, and front disc brakes make it much more enjoyable to drive than an original stock setup. You've also got working heat and AC, upgraded LED lighting, and even some custom airbrushed decals for added personality. The heart of the build is that 5.0 HO engine, a proven, reliable small block known for strong performance and easy parts availability. Paired with a brand new 0-mile 5-speed and new clutch, this Mustang is built to be driven, not just admired. The paint has a few small spots that could use touch-up, but overall it presents well. With 12,345 miles showing on the chassis and unknown but reportedly low miles on the engine, this is more of a rest-a-mod driver than a numbers-matching collector piece. At $25,000, you're getting vintage Mustang looks with modern drivability and performance. Alright, let's move on and see what other classic machine is coming up next. Number 5, 1971 Chevrolet Nova 2-door, priced at $30,000 US. Now this is small body muscle with big block attitude. The 71 Nova already has that clean, aggressive compact look, but drop a 454 big block under the hood and it becomes a whole different animal. Finished in red over black, it's simple, mean, and straight to the point. This one is running a 454 paired with a performance-built TH350 automatic, a 12-bolt rear with 3.73 gears, hooker headers, and Flowmaster exhaust. It also features Holley Sniper fuel injection, a 2-inch cowl hood, and vintage air for comfort. With just 33,624 original miles on the car, it's got solid bones and serious presence. On the road, expect massive torque and that deep big block rumble. It's described as fun to drive and a real attention getter at cruises and car shows. It does have a few cosmetic flaws, a small ding, some rust spots, and minor gauge issues, but nothing that takes away from the overall experience. From a restoration standpoint, you could clean up the cosmetics and refine the details, or just enjoy it as a raw, powerful street machine. At $30,000 US, you're buying big block Nova performance that's ready to make noise. Alright, let's see what classic muscle comes up next. Number 6, 1961 Dodge Dart Pioneer Base, priced at $26,500. Now this is early-60s space age style at its best. The 61 Dart Pioneer is packed with futuristic touches, from the dramatic dash layout to the steering wheel design and that iconic push-button transmission. Even the rocket-style rear quarter panels scream Jet Age America. Finished in blue over blue, this car has serious vintage presence. It's powered by a 318 cubic inch V8 that fires right up and runs strong. With power steering and power brakes, it's surprisingly easy to drive for a car of this era. The split bench seat in patterned cloth and vinyl gives it that true period-correct feel, and the color-coded wheels with turbine-style hubcaps wrapped in brand-new tires complete the look. It shows just over 42,000 miles and still wears mostly original paint, which adds to its authenticity. It even comes with manuals and paperwork, always a nice bonus for collectors. On the road, expect smooth cruising rather than aggressive performance. It's a comfortable, stylish driver that stands out because you simply don't see many of these anymore. From a restoration standpoint, you could preserve it as a mostly original survivor or go deeper with a full cosmetic refresh while keeping its unique factory charm. At $26,500, you're getting a true early-60s Mopar classic with personality you just can't replicate today. Alright, let's see what other vintage gem is coming up next. Number 7, 1972 Dodge Challenger, priced at $28,000. Now we're talking classic Mopar muscle with real street presence. The 72 Challenger Rally keeps that long hood, short deck profile, aggressive front grille, and unmistakable early-70s attitude. Finished in orange, it's exactly the kind of color that belongs on a Challenger. This one runs a 360 V8 paired with the reliable 727 automatic transmission. The seller says it runs and drives fine, currently registered and insured, which means it's not just sitting, it's being used. There is an oil leak, so eventually the engine may need to be gone through, but as it sits, it's a solid driver you can enjoy while restoring. It shows around 35,000 kilometers, and it comes with new window seals, new interior panels, and a few extra parts. That's always a plus when working on a classic Mopar. On the road, expect the deep V8 rumble and relaxed cruising feel. It's more of a driver quality car than a showpiece right now, but that's part of the appeal. From a restoration standpoint, this is a great candidate. Drive it, sort the engine, freshen up the details, and you've got a strong value Challenger. At $28,000, it's an opportunity to own one of the most iconic muscle car shapes ever built. Alright, let's see what other classic ride is coming up next. Number 8, 1967 Dodge Coronet 440 convertible, priced at $38,500. This is big block Mopar power in a full-size convertible package. The 67 Coronet 440 already has bold late-60s body lines, and in black over black, it carries serious street presence. Drop the top, and it instantly becomes a head-turning family cruiser with attitude. Under the hood sits a freshly rebuilt 440 making around 500 horsepower, paired with a fresh 727 automatic and a 2500 stall converter. Out back, it runs an 8 3/4 rear with 2.91 gears. With only about 500 miles on the rebuild, this setup is built for strong acceleration while still cruising comfortably. Front disc brakes help bring all that power to a stop. The body is all metal, sealed in epoxy primer, with floors, trunk, and engine bay detailed and protected. It's not perfect. The convertible top has a rip near the rear window, one rear window regulator needs attention, and a few small trim details could be finished, but overall, it's a solid, powerful driver. On the road, expect smooth cruising with serious torque when you hit the throttle. It sounds tough, drives smooth, and definitely gets attention. From a restoration standpoint, you could finish the small cosmetic items and refine the details, or just enjoy it as a powerful summer cruiser. At $38,500, you're getting fresh big block performance in a classic Mopar convertible. Alright, let's move on and see what classic machine we check out next. Number 9, 1966 Ford Mustang Coupe 2D, priced at $27,000. This is that perfect blend of classic Mustang style with smart modern upgrades. The 66 Coupe already carries one of the most recognizable silhouettes in American automotive history, and finished in dark silver with black interior, it gives off a clean, slightly aggressive Restomod vibe. Under the hood sits a strong-running 302 cubic inch V8 paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission. It's equipped with a Holley carburetor that's tuned and responsive, and thanks to power steering and power disc brakes, it's an easy cruiser in modern traffic. There's also aftermarket AC, an electric cooling fan to handle hot days, new wiring throughout, and a brand new battery. It starts right up, idles smooth, and doesn't overheat, exactly what you want from a driver quality classic. Visually, the California body kit, sequential taillights, and 7-inch black LED headlights give it a subtle custom touch without going overboard. With around 40,000 miles showing and a clear title, it's a two-owner car that's clearly been cared for. On the road, expect that classic small block rumble with comfortable, confident cruising. This isn't a trailer queen, it's built to be driven. From a restoration standpoint, you could refine small cosmetic details or simply enjoy it as a well-sorted Restomod. At $27,000, you're getting iconic Mustang looks with upgraded drivability and reliability. Alright, let's see what other classic machine is up next. Number 10, 1972 Ford Mustang Mach 1 Coupe 2D, priced at $23,000. The 72 Fastback Mach 1 carries that bold early 70s Mustang attitude. Finished in red with a black interior, the body is described as being in excellent condition, with clean paint and a very tidy, garage-kept interior. Visually, it's got the look. Under the hood, it currently runs an inline-6 and is not running due to a water pump issue. It's being sold as is, and it does not have the 351, though that could be added at extra cost. From a driving standpoint, it's more of a project right now than a turnkey cruiser. But that's where the potential lies. With solid bodywork and a clean interior, it's a strong foundation for restoration, whether you keep it simple or build it into a proper V8 Mach 1. At $23,000, this is an opportunity to grab a classic fastback with room to build it your way. Alright, let's move on to the next classic ride. Number 11, 1965 Ford Mustang Coupe, priced at $21,500. This 65 Mustang comes in a beautiful cerulean blue with a cream interior, and that color combo just screams classic American style. The body is described as straight, and overall it presents as a clean, well-kept driver with tasteful upgrades. Under the hood, you've got the 200 cubic inch 3.3-liter inline-6 paired with an automatic transmission. It's not a fire-breathing V8, but it's reliable and smooth, perfect for daily cruising. A lot of recent maintenance has been done, including a new water pump, alternator, aluminum radiator, thermostat, carburetor, and new tires. It also features front disc brakes, refreshed front suspension, dual exhaust with a Flowmaster 400 muffler, and LED cluster lights. On the road, this Mustang is more about easygoing cruising than raw performance. It runs and drives great, making it a classic you can actually enjoy regularly. The AC compressor isn't installed yet, so that's something to finish if you want extra comfort. From a restoration standpoint, it's already a solid driver. You could keep it as is and enjoy it, or take it further cosmetically to bring it closer to show quality. At $21,500, this is an affordable entry into first-generation Mustang ownership with modern drivability upgrades. Alright, let's move on to the next classic. Number 12, 1974 Chevrolet Nova SS, priced at $30,000.
Crank it up.
now this is an interesting build. Originally a 74, but during restoration it was transformed visually into a 1969 style Nova, except for the tailpan. The result? A one-of-a-kind Restomod that blends late model updates with that classic late-60s muscle look, finished in blue over blue. The car only has about 2,000 miles since the build. Under the hood sits a new ATK Performance crate motor paired with a 700R automatic transmission and a BM shifter. It's got factory AC, 4-wheel disc brakes, dual Flowmaster exhaust, a 4-core aluminum radiator with both a pusher fan and stock shroud setup, plus an aluminum high-flow water pump. This thing was built to run cool and reliable. The frame, floors, and trunk are described as showroom new, with zero rust anywhere. Inside, you get double diamond-stitched headliner and front bucket seats that really elevate the custom feel. Rolling on 18-inch rears and 17-inch fronts, it has the perfect stance. There's even a fully built 383-stroker with aluminum heads available if you want more horsepower, but as it sits, it runs and drives perfectly. From a restoration standpoint, it's already done. This is more about enjoying the build rather than starting one. At $30,000 cash, you're getting a freshly built, rust-free Nova with modern drivability and classic attitude. Alright, let's see what classic machine we check out next. Number 13. 1968 Chevrolet El Camino 396, priced at $27,999. Now this is where muscle car meets utility. The 68 El Camino already stands out with its long hood and pickup-style rear bed, but finished in fresh butternut yellow, repainted in 2025, this one absolutely pops. Paired with a tan interior, it keeps the late 60s vibe while still feeling clean and sharp. Under the hood sits a 396 cubic inch big block V8, backed by a TCI Street Fighter Turbo 400 automatic and a 3000 stall converter. Out back, it's running 4.11 gears with a Posey limited slip rear end. That combination means one thing: this car pulls hard. It's built to launch strong and sound aggressive doing it. The front suspension has been fully rebuilt and aligned, and it now features a front disc brake conversion with 2-inch drop spindles, giving it a slightly lower, meaner stance. A brand new battery has been installed, and it comes with a clean Texas title. With just over 13,800 miles showing, it's described as running and driving great. On the road, expect big block torque right off the line. The 3000 stall converter helps it get into the power band quickly, and those 4.11 gears make it feel lively and responsive. It's not just a cruiser, it's a street machine with attitude. From a restoration standpoint, most of the heavy lifting is already done. Fresh paint, rebuilt suspension, upgraded brakes. You could enjoy it as is or continue refining details to match your personal style. At $27,999, you're getting classic Chevrolet muscle with a unique body style and serious performance hardware. Alright, let's roll on to the next classic machine. Number 14. 1979 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, priced at $28,000. This is a mostly stock Trans Am with a 403 Oldsmobile V8 backed by a TH353 speed automatic. It features the 77-78 style front and rear bumper swap, functional T-tops, and a solid driver quality presentation. Mechanically, a lot has been refreshed. New brakes all around, wheel bearings, U-joints, AC Delco shocks, timing chain, rebuilt quadrajet carb, aluminum radiator with electric fan, and long tube headers with full 3-inch exhaust. It's been converted to a 134 as well. All gauges work except the factory temp gauge, with an aftermarket unit installed under the dash. It's not a show car. The paint is older and shows age, there are minor oil and transmission leaks, and it needs door seals, but it's described as rock solid and dependable. On the road, expect classic late 70s V8 torque, that deep exhaust tone, and open-air cruising with the T-tops off. At $28,000, this is a strong, honest driver, not perfect, but ready to enjoy. Alright, let's move on to the next classic ride. Number 15. 1968 Chevrolet Malibu, priced at $25,000. This 68 Malibu, essentially a Chevelle platform car, comes finished in a bold orange exterior paired with a black interior, and that color combo alone gives it serious street presence. It keeps the classic late 60s muscle car body lines, long hood, squared off rear, and that unmistakable aggressive stance. But what really makes this car interesting is under the hood. Instead of the original small block, it's running a 6.2-liter LS engine, paired with a Powerglide automatic transmission. That's a modern performance heart inside a vintage body. The seller says it runs great, and with an LS swap, you're looking at improved reliability, strong horsepower potential, and easy parts availability. With around 100,000 miles on the chassis, this isn't a trailer queen, it's a driver. And that's part of the appeal. You can actually enjoy it without worrying about keeping it locked away. The automatic transmission makes cruising easy, whether you're heading to a local cars and coffee meet or just taking a weekend drive. From a restoration standpoint, a lot of enthusiasts would consider the LS swap already a major upgrade. You could leave it as a clean street machine, refine the engine bay for a more show-quality finish, or upgrade suspension and brakes further to match the modern power. At $25,000, you're getting a classic 1968 body with modern LS performance, a blend of old-school muscle and new-school reliability. Alright, let's move on and see what classic we're checking out next. Number 16. 1974 Chevy Malibu Big Block Turbo, priced at $25,000. This isn't your typical 74 Malibu. It's a 4-door turned full-on drag-and-drive machine. Under the hood sits a massive 468 cubic inch big block with ported cast heads, around 11:1 compression, fed by Holley EFI and boosted by a 107mm on 3 performance turbo. That's serious hardware. Backing it up is an FTI TH400 with a manual reverse valve body and trans brake, paired with a 3200 stall converter. Out back, it's running a built 10-bolt rear with Dutchman axles. The fuel system features a cell with dual pumps, and it's all breathing through fully custom piping and exhaust. Inside, you'll find an 8.50 certified cage, Holley 6-inch Pro Dash, quick-release steering wheel, plus power steering and power brakes, so it's built for speed but still manageable. It rides on custom steel wheels wrapped in Mickey Thompson tires, giving it that no-nonsense drag stance. The seller mentions it needs a fresh tune due to recent upgrades, but overall condition is described as like new. On the street or strip, expect brutal boost, instant torque, and that unmistakable turbo spool before it launches hard. From a restoration standpoint, this isn't about bringing it back to stock, it's about dialing it in and refining an already serious performance build. At $25,000, you're looking at a turbo big block Malibu that's ready to terrorize the strip with a little fine-tuning. Alright, let's see what monster we check out next. Number 17. 1970 Dodge Dart Limited Sedan 4D, priced at $30,000. This purple 70 Dart might look like a clean classic cruiser at first glance, but underneath, it's got serious small block attitude. It's running a 340 board .60 over, topped with RPM heads and headers, backed by a built automatic transmission and a built rear end with 3.73 gears. That setup means strong acceleration and a punchy mid-range. The exterior stands out in bold purple, paired with a black bucket seat interior and center console, giving it that proper muscle-era feel. It's equipped with subframe connectors for added rigidity, good tires, manual steering, and manual brakes, so you're getting that raw, connected driving experience. It even has Bluetooth, blending a bit of modern convenience into this classic package. With around 65,000 miles, it's described as running and driving exactly as it should. On the road, expect a responsive throttle, aggressive exhaust tone, and that lightweight A-body feel that makes these darts fun to drive. From a restoration standpoint, it's already built for performance. You could refine cosmetics further or just enjoy it as a solid street machine. At $30,000, this Dart delivers classic Mopar muscle with real performance upgrades. Alright, let's move on to the next classic ride. Number 18. 1966 Cadillac DeVille Coupe 2D, priced at $24,000. Finished in a beautiful turquoise exterior with a white interior, this 66 DeVille is pure mid-60s American luxury. Long, wide, and unmistakably bold, it carries that classic Cadillac presence with sweeping body lines, generous chrome, and subtle tail fin styling that defined the era. Under the hood sits the original 429 cubic inch V8, paired with an automatic transmission. The seller says it fires right up and drives like a dream, and with around 63,000 miles, it sounds like a well-preserved cruiser. A long list of new parts has been installed, including tires, battery, brake shoes, starter, flex plate, carburetor, alternator, distributor, fuel pump, water pump, and more. All power windows and lights are working, which is always a big plus on a classic luxury car like this. The AC components are present but haven't been sorted yet, so that could be a future project. With 3 or more previous owners, it's clearly lived a life, but it's described as solid and ready to enjoy. On the road, expect smooth torque from that big 429, soft suspension comfort, and that floating on-air Cadillac ride quality. It's more about effortless cruising than aggressive driving. From a restoration standpoint, you could detail the engine bay, refresh the AC system, or elevate it into a full show-level classic. But even as it sits, it's a stylish and drivable vintage luxury coupe. At $24,000, this DeVille offers iconic American presence with original big block power. Alright, let's roll into the next classic. Number 19. 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air, priced at $20,000.
I wonder who took all the emblems off the car.
You really can't talk about classic American cars without mentioning the 57 Bel Air. Finished in red with a black interior, this one carries that instantly recognizable Tri-5 styling, massive chrome trim, sweeping side accents, and those iconic tail fins that define the golden era of the 1950s. This example was purchased out of Kansas about 15 years ago, with plans for restoration that never quite happened. The seller admits they don't know a lot about the car, but it's showing around 15,000 miles and is described as not having any significant damage or major issues. It's paired with a manual transmission, which adds to that old-school, hands-on driving experience. On the road, a 57 Bel Air is all about nostalgia, light steering feel, classic carbureted engine sound, and that unmistakable vintage presence that turns heads everywhere. From a restoration standpoint, this could be the perfect blank canvas. Whether you want a factory-correct restoration or a mild restomod build, the foundation seems solid. At $20,000, this Bel Air represents an opportunity to own one of the most iconic classics ever built. Alright, let's see what timeless machine we check out next. Number 20. 1956 Thunderbird Hardtop Convertible Continental Package, priced at $24,500. Now this is pure mid-50s American style. The 56 Thunderbird with the Continental package brings that clean two-seater roadster vibe, complete with the signature rear-mounted spare tire and removable hardtop. The porthole windows in the hardtop give it that instantly recognizable T-Bird identity. This example is described as all original, powered by the factory 292 cubic inch V8. With just 76,000 miles and being shop-kept, it's said to run and drive great. That's a big deal for a nearly 70-year-old car. Condition is listed as used but good, which suggests a solid driver you can actually enjoy rather than just store away. Behind the wheel, expect smooth cruising, a deep classic V8 tone, and that low, sporty seating position that made the early Thunderbird such a hit. It's not a muscle car, it's a stylish personal luxury car built for relaxed weekend drives. From a restoration perspective, originality is its strength. You could preserve it as is, detail it carefully, and maintain its factory character, which collectors often appreciate more than heavy modifications. At $24,500, this 56 Thunderbird offers iconic design, original V8 power, and timeless presence in one elegant package.